Welcome to This Is My Story, a collection of powerful stories Lee Michaels has gathered with amazing individuals across the country. This Is My Story starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, gang, we're back. This is my story. Lee Michaels here. And as always, we look forward to sharing with you the inside story from some interesting and exciting people. Today, joining us, her accolades are many. Movies, TV, she's done it all. She's with us today to tell us about her current project, Tamala Jones. She's with us today, of course, known from so many movies like The Wood, Kingdom Come, Booty Call, and others. TV, Veronica's Closet, ABC crime drama, Castle. Man, the list goes on and on. Tamala, good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed because I'm talking to you, and I know just by looking at some of your accomplishments, you've had a good run in film and TV, haven't you?
I have. It's been a real big blessing.
Well, you know, one of the things that always comes to mind when I, get a chance to talk to someone like yourself is, how did it all start? What made you wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm going to be an actress and I'm going to do films and TV, videos and everything? When did that all start for you?
I guess I came out the womb acting. That's what my mother tells me. I've always wanted to be an actress from when I was a little girl. The first play that my mom and grandma took me to was Dreamgirls when they came to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And being able to see these beautiful women that look like me up there doing their thing, I began to perform like at home and do the opening of Fame and the Debbie Allen part, in the backyard, almost every day. That was a ritual. But as I got older, I was in 6th grade and I went to Marshall Fundamental.
Okay.
Lark Voorhees ended up being in my class. She was on Saved by the Bell. I watched her every Saturday morning, and I was like, oh my God. And then the following year, Jaleel White came to my school. And I'm like, okay, Urkel and Lisa, I got to get in. I got to get in.
Wow.
So I joined the drama class at school. And then my family had a catering business as well.
Okay.
And one time they got called to replace the caterers in house parties.
Okay.
And I went down there and I went goo goo gaga over Kid and Play and Tisha Campbell. And it was Tisha Campbell's mom who instructed my mom on how to get me in the business.
That's amazing.
And that's how it all began.
That is amazing. One of the things that I heard as you shared that testimony, how significant it was for you first to be able to see people who looked like you, that is people of color, women of color, on the screen, and then the personal contact. Having had that experience, how has that impacted you now that you are on the other side of the spectrum?
Meeting Tisha Campbell back then, I think she told me she was 21, and I was 14 at the time. How nice she was, that really allowed me to know what it's all about. First, you must love what you do, and I do love that. But when you're in it, the other part is your kindness that you show to others. And I'm so happy that she did that because it has taught me to be kind to everyone, that you work with.
That's good.
And even though kindness is with all of us, it's like you make it an extra point to do that because you want people to be like, okay, she's really a real person. This is just her job.
Right.
You want people to look at you like that more than, oh my God, celebrity,
Right. That detachment, that the perception of, oh, she's up on the screen. She doesn't have the same problems that I have. She doesn't go through the stuff that I'm just a person who happens to have a career in a notable profession, but I'm just like y'all. Hey, I'm just like you, everyday folk. That is so good. Now, I'm excited about this new effort, this new film that's going to be releasing Friday. Can you tell us about it?
Ordinary Angels. This project is something that I'm very proud of. I went into it just loving the script and loving who was attached to it, and the director and the company, Kingdom Company Story. Kingdom Story Company, my dyslexia. I just wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. I was like, this is going to be great. And then Hillary Swank, I'm going to get some great tape. You know, I get to work with John Gunn. He's amazing. But then seeing the finish, I was in awe. This movie, and I'm the worst critic, honey, especially my own worst critic. I will pick myself apart and say, ugh, why you do like that? Why you say it like that? But I didn't even have to do I wasn't even focusing on that because everyone's performances were so amazing. And I'm going to tell you, this story is based on a true story, and it is a faith-based movie, but I love the young actresses that are in here because they really are the stars. Emily Mitchell and Skywalker Hughes, they play the sisters in there. And for these young actresses to come in and smash every scene the way that they did, I was taken back. Like, wow. But they made a beautiful movie. We all made a beautiful movie, and it's a feel-good movie, and I feel it is right on time. Humanity needs to see this so we can get a reset and understand that we can't do it alone. It takes a community. It does take a village. And I hope people learn to ask for help from seeing this movie because the character Ed, he's a wonderful, big, loving giant, and he wants to take care of his family. And he does acknowledge that he lost his wife to a rare liver disease. And he acknowledges that his daughter now has the same rare liver disease. But he won't acknowledge that he can't do it on his own until Sharon shows up and lets him know, hey, I saw your story in the paper, and I'm going to do what I can to help you. And even then, he just didn't want it because I feel so many men are brought up to be so tough and not show any side of vulnerability. So in the realness of his performance and Alan's performance, you got to see him take down some of that ego and that toughness and say, all right, I guess I do need help. You know, and we all need help. We've all been through a pandemic, and none of us have been through that in a lifetime. None of us here on Earth have been through anything like that. So we all need to give each other a little grace and understand that it wasn't just you, it wasn't your neighborhood, it wasn't your country or your city, it was the entire world, you know. And we all do need one another right now. We need that. We need to check on our neighbors, even if they won't say, I'm having problems. If you see something and you can do something about it, then you should go up to them and say, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? What's going on? We need that right now. We don't need, I ain't worried about that. I'm going to stick to my own and just be about me and mine. Because everybody's crazy. No, we don't need that.
Tamala, you know what I'm hearing? You know what I'm hearing? I'm a very good listener. And what I'm hearing is, if I could be honest, it sounds like the movie touched you.
It did. It really did.
I hear it. I hear it in your voice. I hear it. It touched you, and you're a part of it, and it touched you. Because I could hear you reflecting as you were speaking on the many messages. The one that really caught my attention is the importance of understanding that our lives take on a greater and more significant meaning and sense of purpose when we focus on impacting the lives of others.
And I believe that's why we're here. We are here, of course, to find out our real purpose and what our mission here on Earth is to do while we have this time here. I'm sure of it. But the other part is the impact that you leave on others. How do you make other people feel? You know, what about you is giving enough to influence people? Or do you do random acts of kindness? Or are you just to yourself, you know?
So what happened? What happened to us? What happened to this world? Why are we in a place where we need to be saying these kind of things need to be taking place when they should be innately a part of who we are?
if we got scared. I think everybody got scared. I think the pandemic made everybody feel like the end of the world is here. Oh my God. And then you just put that big old wall of protection up. And some people still think the end of the world is here, but we just ain't seen it.
Right.
Don't focus on that. Focus on the moment. Be present in the moment.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Be happy.
Yes.
Be happy. Make that choice to be happy. You can make a choice to be mean and evil too, but that doesn't feel good to you or to anyone else.
Right, right.
It stagnates you.
Right.
But we got to do that, and we got to check on one another. We got to do that more often because, like I said, everybody is facing some sort of mental illness because, like, no one's been through that. How do you cope? How do you deal?
Yeah.
We're all trying to get back to some sort of normalcy, but everyone, I believe, is still afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the recovery process varies from person to person. I may be a little bit further along than you, or you may be a little bit further along than me, emotionally and psychologically recovering from what we've all been through. And then there are still those who are in a fog trying to figure out, how do I put the pieces back together? Because the world that I knew, or that I thought I knew, was shattered. My reality was shattered by COVID. And now I'm trying to figure out, who am I? What am I here for? What am I doing? And I think the connector is what we're talking about from this movie. Learning how to focus on being a blessing to others can help add new meaning and definition to your own life. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
So how?
I really do.
Yeah. So how has the COVID experience? And I've heard some of it already in what you've shared. How has that experience evolved in Tamala to take her to another place? I mean, what is it about what you've just been through that we've all just shared and been through, but particularly how it affected you? How has it evolved your consciousness and your state of mind about how you look at life?
It made me I was already on the spiritual path, but it made me go deeper.
Good.
It made me having to sit in and not be able to go anywhere and do anything. I almost went crazy. So
welcome to the club.
I'm sure everybody was like, I gotta get out of here. But I started planting things. I started being out in the yard and spending more time in nature and going on hikes. And in that time, just being and seeing green trees and seeing birds, in that time where you can't do anything else,
yes,
it made me have to quiet down. And I ended up saying, I'm about to let go. I'm going to let go. I'm not in control of anything, clearly. I'm going to let go, and I'm going to let God do whatever it is. I am no longer going to question God on why, because it doesn't matter. What matters is how I handle things. And I can't tell you that I did it alone. I had to call this place. I saw them advertising. It's called Cerebral.
Okay.
And I got an online therapist. And that, I think we helped each other.
Wow.
Honestly, through this. And she gave me some wonderful pointers on what I could do. So I started coloring. I bought some paintbrushes, and I then realized I missed this. I used to do this so much when I was a little girl,
Right.
And then I decided I'm going to awaken. Huh?
I was going to say the simple things in life. We allow life to convolute our priorities and have us going after, sometimes, as the Bible talks about, chasing after wind, and you can't catch the wind. And when really what we're looking for, we shouldn't be chasing after, because it's right there in front of us. The simple things, just being able to reconnect with nature. Yeah, I heard you say I reconnected with nature, and then I reconnected with the things that meant a lot to me that I didn't even realize, like simply being able to sit down and paint.
Yeah.
And I think that's
we all have special gifts.
Yeah, and I think that's the lesson. That's the lesson, that COVID gave us all is, don't underestimate the value of the simple things, because the world is moving at a fast pace and it tries to redefine our priorities, and we get caught up in it, and then we wonder why we wake up every day and say, hey, man, I got money, but I still feel unfulfilled. I got a job, I still feel like something's wrong. I'm doing movies, I'm doing plays, I'm doing radio, but something doesn't seem right, and that's because we've lost that connection that makes the most sense in our lives.
Yeah. And we let go of our inner child.
Wow.
They should have a law against that. Don't lose your inner child.
Don't lose I love that. Don't lose your inner child. Stay young at heart.
Yes.
That's about that brings a whole new perspective to that statement. Stay young at heart. Tamala, I'm enjoying you, but I am sensitive to your time. Again, the movie, of course, because I can go on and on. I'm a preacher, I'm a radio announcer, a TV host. I love to run my mouth. So, especially when I'm having an interesting and compelling conversation with someone. I'm really enjoying this. I'm gleaning from you who Tamala, the person on the inside, is, and I'm enjoying it. But again, the movie opens on this coming week, right? This Friday.
Yeah, this Friday, February 23rd. The other thing, if it's all right, if I can mention,
yes,
ordinaryangels.movie is where anyone can go. Please, if you have it to give, just donate $1. We are turning $1 into $100. We've already raised a lot of money. Awesome. Our goal is 10 million, and this money will go to any families that are having any donor bill issues who cannot afford to pay those bills after getting a donor or going through a situation like the Schmidt family. We want to pay those bills for you.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's in line with literally the community rallying to help the principal character in the movie, correct?
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So what's, for you, what do you see on the horizon for you outside of this new movie that's coming out that I just can't wait to go see? Because you have really pre-sold it well. They need to give you a raise.
You know what? This is how you get the raise. You go out here, you promote that movie, you make them understand what a great project this is, and you get people excited. And you do this time and time again, and the studio sees how valuable you are, and that's when they back that truck up.
Well, I'm going to send them. I'm going to send them a text, and I'm going to say, give that lady a raise. Give her, because she did an awesome job. And hopefully, the response to your appeal to the $1 will be evidence of it. But outside of the movie, what's on the horizon? What is it that if you had a crystal ball? And I'll wrap up with this. Tamala, if you had a crystal ball, what would you like to see manifesting in your life within the next 3 to 5 years?
Next 3 to 5 years, I will be on a hit show that is like out of this world, something you've never seen before. And I will have just had an amazing time shooting some really great fun projects. Some comedy, some serious, and my ambassadorship for the Brain Aneurysm Foundation, I will be gold standard at that point. And those are my goals. That's
good.
What I want to do. I want to make people more aware of brain health and let you know it's ageless. It could happen to anyone. Babies have even just been born and had to go through some things. So yes. I just want to spread the awareness for that. But that's where I see myself in the future.
Well, I love it, and those goals are measurable too. I do life coaching, and that's one of the things that I share with some of my clients. I tell them, make sure that your goals are measurable. In fact, we call them an acronym SMART: simple, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time sensitive. So I say make sure your goals are SMART. Make sure that's one. It sounds like you've got some SMART goals. Now, in parting, what words of encouragement? We started off talking about how your connection with the people that were on the screen, the personal connection really impacted your life. There are other Tamalas that may be even listening or have seen you on the screen, and you have this personal opportunity to make a connect with them. What would you say to them about the pursuit of their dreams?
If it's your dream and your passion, pursue it and do not ever give up. Don't ever give up. If it's your dream and your passion, you can't let anyone come in and take that away from you. You're going to hear no a bunch of times. No is not permanent. Someone will say yes. Do your studying. Always study the greats. Always study the people that came before you and paved the way, that were amazing at what they did. Always be willing to accept criticism and advice. It may apply to you. It may not. It could probably be used later, but don't shut it out. Always be willing to learn. Learn. You will be learning all of your life, but continue to learn. Ask questions if you don't know. And also really protect your peace. You know, you have to have a great base around you, family oriented. If you have a great family, great friends who want to see you win and you want to see them win, that allows you to have great energy when you have a strong foundation like that. And don't ever start believing your own hype. Don't drink your own bathwater, honey. As soon as you do that, you're going to be out this business.
Oh,
you're going to be out.
Did you just say, don't drink your own bathwater?
That's what I said.
Well, I'm definitely going to take that piece of advice to heart. And I just want to say to you, Tamala, I've enjoyed, and I know our audience have enjoyed you sharing from deep within your thoughts, your views, as well as, of course, highlighting this upcoming production that'll be opening in theaters on this coming Friday, Ordinary Angels. And again, for that $1 donation, how can they make that donation again?
You can go to the website, ordinaryangels.movie, and it will tell you what you need to do from there.
Well, Tamala, thank you so much for being with us. This truly has been compelling and intriguing, and this has been your story.
Celebrating Black History Month.
Black History Month is important as we celebrate the contributions and achievements of African Americans.
Black History Month is a platform for education.
Inside This Is My Story with Lee Michaels.